What up, Slingshot world? It's a beautiful day. Hey, what's up? How was the shooting, Annie? How'd you do on the distance shoot? Y'all were shooting paper targets today, right? Practicing the distance shoot. Nice. Well, that figures that Mike was first. Cool. I remember I did pretty well with the distance shoot at last year's ECST tournament. Hey, Becky. Heard y'all got second today in the distance shoot at the Shoot Nanny. That's cool. I remember last year at ECST, um, there was a target on the practice range which was set out. I don't know if it was done on purpose or not, but it was set out at exactly the same distance as the paper shoot. So you could kind of, once I figured that out, I practiced on that thing. So that, and then when I moved over to the paper shoot, I did really well on it. Hey, I don't know what that is. Is that Russian or something? Can't understand that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish I could have been there. It was a beautiful day to shoot outside. But we had our own fun. Clay and Nova, we were down in North Carolina, and they were speed skating. They did really well. I had to work yesterday, so we left at like 8 o'clock, 8:30 last night. Got into Greensboro, North Carolina last night, like 11:30. Had to wake up at 5. Races started at 6:30. And yeah, that was over around 2. And we drove back to Richmond and got back here a couple hours ago. Hey, Butler. What's going on? I got a can down there. I've been trying to practice speed shoot a little bit. That's what I was doing earlier. So it's tore up a little bit already. Now my shot just keep going right through it where I've already mangled it up. What's up, Hawk? How's it going? Hello, Gabby. Right now I'm just shooting some of this trash ammo that I've found on the ground. So I've got stuff that looks like that. Rusted stuff. Try to pick that off my lanyard first because I know it's gonna fly all crazy. Still trying to do my first co-live with somebody. A couple times Rex has reached out to me and I haven't been able to do it when he's available and vice versa. So I'd love to jump on here with somebody at some point. I work so much. Recently I've been working so much. It's hard for me to find time to get out here and shoot. Yeah, that's what they look like. Look like they've been dipped in cinnamon. But these are the ones I don't bother picking back up after I shoot them down there. I've decided I'm finally going to try tubes. I've been shooting slingshots since January of last year. Hey, Leon. Yeah, Dad, why aren't you here? He was shooting at Moans earlier today. I was in North Carolina. I just got back to Richmond, so I couldn't join him earlier. So I had to get my fix in out here in the backyard. Chet, so I started in January of last year. Went to my first tournament in June at the East Coast Shot tournament in Pennsylvania. And that's coming back up again soon. So I gotta get some reps in. Get some practice in. I've never been a big fan of speed shooting. I think it's stressful. But it's part of the tournament, so I've been practicing a little bit. But I'm finally gonna order some tubes and try out tubes. Yeah, I never know myself, Dad. I don't know. I just get a wild hair and jump out here. I really didn't think I was gonna have time to shoot. I wasn't sure what time we were gonna get back from North Carolina today. A pocket shot. I'm not sure what that is, Joe. I'm not sure what a pocket shot is. What is that? Is that a style of slingshot or what? I've heard of Pocket Predator, which is a company of slingshots. Oh yeah, it's great, Chet. Just put up this little range out here. It's basically just some old bed sheets and like window drapes I got from the Goodwill. Hang them up so the shot doesn't go through my neighbor's fence. We're shooting these little metal bearings. I shoot little 8mm. Oh, you can't see it very well. That's a little 8mm steel ball. So they will go right through my little thin aluminum fence. I'll have to look it up, Joe. I'm not sure, not familiar with that. Like I said, I've only been shooting for a little over a year. There's people in the sport that are veterans, have been into it a lot longer than I have, so I haven't heard of everything. I don't know. That can's about to go. It's shredded up pretty good. It sounds like I'm missing it, which I guess technically I am, but the shot's going right through like the shredded parts of the can. Huh? Okay, give me a minute. Change my life. I will definitely look it up, Joe. I'm assuming that is French or something. Arthur? I don't know what that means. Mow their lawn? Yeah, pick off blades of grass. Yeah, that's impressive. There are some snipers out there. That white one I just hit on top there, that's a 40 millimeter spinner. That's the size target I practice on most often. But like I said, I've been trying to speed shoot. The speed shoot event is on cans, so I hung a can up here earlier today. I stopped shooting at cans a while ago. It's just because I wanted to challenge myself with smaller targets. But wanted to practice for the speed shoot event. I'm in Virginia. RVA, so my YouTube channel, Cool Hand Luke RVA. RVA stands for Richmond, Virginia. We have a slingshot club here in Richmond, Virginia called RVA Catapults. Well, that can's wrapped around the side now. See if I can unwrap it. Keep hitting it, but it's not coming unraveled. So, Joe, I'll look up the pocket shot. But this is what I'm shooting today. This is called the Bayou. The design is called the Bayou, made by Quinn Wynn down in New Orleans. This is one I've been shooting a lot lately. I really like the feel of it, and I don't want to change up my style slingshot or the size slingshot I'm using heading into the tournament in May. So I'm probably going to stick with this one for the most part. For all my practice. I've been shooting really well with it. That's three. 3 in a row. That's 4. That's 5. 6. Oh, missed. What did I miss? Yeah, I might seem like the kind of guy that would fall for that. Let me go move that can, rearrange it. That thing is shredded up pretty good. No wonder why the shot looks like it's going right through it. I'll have to show y'all what this looks like. Pretty wild. There was a challenge, a slingshot challenge a while back where the goal was to see how many times you could hit the can without cutting it, which I thought was pretty cool way to do it, because it made it a little strategic on where you were hitting the can at. Check this can out. That's why it sounds like I'm missing every time, because it's just going straight through it. I don't know if it's ever taken me so long to cut a can. The thing is shredded. Uh-oh, I don't know what John said. Someone didn't like it. What's up, Al? Hype man? That's Hype man Al. Hawk, what's up? Yeah, I saw Hawk earlier. I said, hey, what's up? At the beginning. Oh, I didn't see the peanuts. Didn't see the peanuts comment. You talking about like the real rusted balls? You call them peanuts? What's really funny is my shirt gets like this rust spot on it from where my lanyard hangs and rubs all over my shirt. At the shooting Annies, a lot of people have the big rust spot on their cheek where they're holding the shot back on the cheek. What's up, Tommy? Thanks for stopping by. Salty baller. I'm shooting some salty balls. That's all right. I clicked not made for kids. I don't know what that means or what that does on YouTube, but it's fair game. Let's guess when this can's gonna get shredded and cut. It's getting there. If I don't click not made for kids, there's no chat section. Oh, okay. I had no idea. I didn't know what it did. Let's go for that red wasp spinner down there. Got it. Hello, Ken. Tommy. Yeah, my dad's, of course, my name's Luke, and my dad used to use that line on me a lot when I was younger. May the force be with you, Luke, I am your father, all that good stuff. Ooh, got that tiny little. That thing's, I don't know how wide that thing is. Probably 25 millimeters. Let's go for it again. Missed. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate you. Get you a slingshot. It's a lot of fun. It's an inexpensive hobby. Unless you break a window. Then it's a little more expensive. I've never seen a can last this long before. I think it's shredded like Swiss cheese. A lot of my shots now going right through it though, passing right through the holes. Yeah, a lot of people are familiar with those daisy slingshots. That's where a lot of people get started. But you know, they come in all shapes and sizes now. I mean, this is one I've been shooting lately a lot. This is a really gnarly ammo ball here. It's got some really nasty pitted rusted spots on it. These are the ammo. This is the type of ammo that you don't know where it's going to go. It's going to curve off to one direction or another. Sure enough, I can see it. You probably can't see it on there, but it went. All right, so for y'all that shoot tubes, the tube shooters, when I go to tie on the tubes onto my pouch, do I tie it on just like I would the flat bands? Just kind of fold it over and tie it with the same crystal string type material? And also, would I tie it to the frame the same way? I just never done tubes before. I had some a little bit of advice given to me on Facebook when I asked the question, but it seems like everybody does it a little bit differently. I guess I just need to play around with it and see what works. Just like flat bands, both on the pouch and on the frame, Leon? What's up, Shrek? Yeah, call them over. We'll have a good time. I'm sure I'll show them my shooting range. Let them try some of my slingshots. You use tabs, like the monkey tabs, Leon? I know, I've seen a lot of people that just cut a pouch in half and will use half of the pouch to tie onto the frame. I know Brandy, Brandy Folsey with Spanky Monkey. She makes the monkey tabs specifically designed for that. Yeah, that's right. I'll try that then. I missed her today. Her and Jason weren't at we're at the shoot nanny today, but not at the last one I went to. And then I couldn't be at today's shoot nanny, so I've been missing seeing her for several weeks now. She makes some really cool stuff. They're just really cool people. All the people at the shoot nannies are fun people. I don't think you can be in this hobby and be like a lousy person. I just never seen someone in this hobby that is not like a cool person. What's up, Bulb? That was crazy. My shot bounced off of the spinner target that I hit, and it flung it into my catch box that was beside it. That was weird. Hawk, Leon says I'm the first one. What do you mean? First one for what? I will, Joe. I'll look it up. Oh, yeah, the wave attachment. That might be the way to go. You don't need to tie on anything for the wave attachments, right? You just kind of loop it through the back and forth through the holes. Hawk, I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure it's all love. Woo! Oh yeah, I'm busting it up now. I got little pieces flying everywhere. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just show you this thing, how it's still hanging on. Look at this can. I know you are. Look at this thing. It's still hanging on there. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get her. Also, I shoot short draw, and some people say that my band setup is not very powerful, which I don't mind. It doesn't need to be real powerful to be accurate. So that's probably another reason why it takes me longer to cut a can. I don't know. I know anytime we put a new target up at Moan's shooting range, all those long draw shooters, it's almost like a competition of who can destroy the target first. Those long draw shooters mangle some targets, man. Bust them right off of the like the shooting racks and stuff. Have I ever hit a squirrel? Yes, I have. Killed a squirrel with my slingshot. Killed some rats too. I got a chicken coop over here, and last year I had a bunch of rats getting into my chicken feeder. At night, they'd come out and they'd get in the chicken feeder. So I stayed out by the chicken coop, real quiet, and just waited a few minutes, and they started sneaking out to the chicken feeder, and I nailed several of them. I am standing at 10 meters from the targets I'm shooting at right now. That's about standard. That's standard shooting distance at like the slingshot competitions for most of the events, or a lot of the events. Is 10 meters, about 33 feet. There's several events at the tournaments. There's the knockdowns, which is basically you're standing at 10 meters and you hit different size targets, ranging from, 40 millimeters up to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 millimeters, something like that. And then there's a speed shoot, which is at 10 meters, which is just to see how many cans you can shoot in a minute. There's events that don't have a minimum distance or maximum distance, whatever. There's like the woods course where you walk through the woods and shoot at targets in the woods. And then there's the distance shoot, which is 25 yards. But most of the like highly competitive tournaments, especially like the championships in China or Italy, it's just the standard 10 meters they're standing at. Angelo, welcome from Brazil. I gotta get some more ammo. This rusty ammo. RVA Catapults is in charge of the shooting range, the practice range, this year at East Coast Tournament. We're gonna do it up. We've been talking about a lot of different ideas, things we're gonna bring. Of course, we have at Moan's place, we have a bunch of racks and stands, target stands, knockdown systems. One of our members, Keith Jones, he is, we call him the target master, and he's made a whole bunch of really cool target systems, speed shoot target systems, knockdown target systems, tic-tac-toe board where we play tic-tac-toe, slingshot tic-tac-toe. We're gonna bring it on at the practice range at the East Coast Tournament. It's gonna be awesome. What's up, Paul? First rule of the Brethren of the Hairy Fish is that you don't talk about the Brethren of the Hairy Fish. Yeah, Leon, it'd be awesome to shoot with you at the practice range. That would be sweet. There we go. Finally cut that can. I must have hit that thing 100 times. Got her. Yeah, the hard drive disc would be cool. They make that cool like tinging sound. Yeah, bring some, Paul. We're gonna hook it up. I bought a whole bunch of those poppers, those little Firecracker poppers. I bought like 2 giant cases of them when I was at a fireworks store recently. Mario from Indonesia, hello. All right, I got a rule. When I'm going on a run on this 40mm spinner, when I'm starting to run and I'm hitting it, the first hit always has to be a solid hit. It's got to spin. I can't start a run with a nick. But after I hit it once, if I nick it during my run, I'll count the nick at that point. But a nick can't start off a run. And that's my own rule to myself. I can really tell the difference in the nice clean ammo and the nasty gnarly rusty ammo. That rusty ammo curves every time. What's up, Jose? Thanks, man. Yeah. The Bart Simpson special. Yeah, I've had a few flyers go off into a neighbor's yard, but thankfully I haven't heard anything break, so. Oop, there was a nick. So I'm gonna run of 3 hits on that 40mm spinner. Miss. Yeah, I've got them kept inside. Those poppers. It should be fine. Also, I learned that if you like tape them to something or dampen the explosion at all, they're not loud either. They just like poof. There's 3. Miss. Yeah, y'all remember last year for the folks that were at the East Coast tournament, they had the big propane fire explosion thing. I wasn't around to see that. I was actually shooting the woods course that night. And I was in the middle of the woods shooting the woods course with somebody, and we heard everyone just hooping and hollering and screaming. And I was like, man, we're missing something. And then I saw the pictures afterwards of that thing going up, that big flame. Where did that come from? Who brought that? Does anybody know? Oh, I just ordered some really cheap targets off of AliExpress. I'll let y'all know how those are. They're like metal. They're metal round spinner targets. I was ordering something off of there for my kids recently, and I had to add something to the order to get it up to the free shipping. So I found those targets on there. Figured I'd give them a whirl. I'm not expecting much. What's up, Josh? How you doing? You out shooting today? It's beautiful weather where I'm at in Richmond. I was out here practicing my speed shooting earlier. Oh, okay. I hear you. Beautiful weather here. I just got back in town from a trip to North Carolina. Thought I'd squeeze in an hour or so of shooting. Yeah. Alright, hold on. Let me finish this up. I'm gonna finish up the ammo that's on my lanyard, and then I gotta go. I gotta help my daughter with something. Yeah, Josh, I'm gonna try tubes. I'm turning to the dark side. I'm gonna try it, at least for the speed shoot setup. Am I starting to get the rust on my face? Yeah, I'll look out for them, Josh. They'll probably be here soon. I got something in the mail for you as well. You gonna use the high style pouches for the tube setup? Pit pouch. Yeah, out of all the things that I've experimented with, I think I told you before, I've never really played around with pouches. I've just stuck to this one style, and I've been pretty happy with them, but I'm open to trying new things. Oh, I'm missing all of a sudden. I'm shooting decent up until now. There we go. Just got to talk about it. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be willing to try it out. I don't know how I'd like it. Smack. I do think I would like that wave attachment system though for tubes better than anything. That seems like it would be pretty easy. I don't have any frames that are like that at the moment. I'd like to try to get maybe something from Tim Henry, Coyote Customs. I know he makes a bunch of like wave attachment frames. Or Dave Longworth. Really want to get a Nova by Dave Longworth. I like the style. I think they look like the type of style I'd like shooting, but I also like the name. My youngest daughter's name is Nova. Yeah, the Medusa. I think there's a couple, or at least one on OmegaSlings.com that Tim Henry made. One of Tim Henry's Medusas. Those are nice frames. Uh-oh, my dog's getting into the picture here. Watch out, Penny. Penny. Alright, I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. The ammo I've got left on my lanyard is all the stuff I've been picking around. Mech. What's up? Yeah, I can't say I'm familiar with American Pie. That was out when I was really young. I was too young to watch it, I think, when that first came out. I mean, I'm familiar with what it is. I just don't think I've ever seen it. Alright, I'm down to this nasty, rusty stuff. This stuff's gonna fly everywhere. I can see it curving. Get lucky occasionally. Hi, Brent. We're out here shooting slingshots. I'm just going to pick off the last few good ammo balls off of this lanyard. See what we get. Alright. Okay. Talk about it. See you, Josh. Thanks for stopping by. I'm about wrapping up here in a second. I got a couple more good balls on this lanyard. Then I'm gonna call it. Smack. What in the world? Smack. All right, let's end on a high note. I'm not gonna end on a miss. But then when I hit, I want to see if I'll hit the next one. So then I'll keep shooting until I miss. But then I don't want to end on a miss. So what do I do? It's a conundrum. All I've got left is these rusty balls, though. I can see them curving on me hard. So I'll get lucky if I hit out of these last few balls here. There we go. All right, y'all. My fingers are rusted up. My bands are getting dirty, worn out. Thanks for stopping by. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace out.